Yeah, so the blocking controversy has come to the fore again. Adam O'Brien certainly did not miss yesterday in his post-match media conference. Gal, I was sitting on the panel with you yesterday throughout the game, and you didn't believe either of those should have been penalties.
No, look, I agree with the fact I don't like the blockers just standing there where they sort of stand next to the play of the ball and don't allow players to get through. I don't think that is right. I don't think that anyone's taken out there. I do like the fact you can't have people just stand there because it makes the pass from dummy half be perfect, makes the drop be perfect, puts a lot more pressure on the bloke kicking the field goal. But I don't believe you just can't have players running through. If there's an option for the dummy half to run because you just see someone's aimlessly running at the bloke to take the field goal attempt, he should have a support runner there if he takes off from dummy half. So I just think it's not right that they expect no one to be in front of the bloke taking the attempted field goal. If they're as the coach said, if they're in an onside position and have the ability to get the ball, receive the ball, I think that should be play on. But they've changed the rules. Those are the rules we're playing by. Even when the one that Atkinson did kick, if you go and watch the vision of that one, you actually see Oregon Kafusi. He was ready to take another run, but he just continued to run straight through the line because he thought he was going to become what's known as a blocker. He just dead set sprinted through the line. He was actually in front. He was on the other side of the Newcastle defensive line. So, look, the clubs have been told that they can't have blockers there, and I agree you can't have blockers there. But I don't know. I'm not totally convinced by it.
Well, Gus, you would have received the email as a club boss, that you would have received the email from the NRL. What was your understanding at the start of the year to what constituted a blocker in that situation?
Yeah, those emails I just send through to the coach.
You don't read them?
I don't have to know those ones. I don't have to know ones. Emma, have you ever met a referee?
Yeah.
In real life? They mix in with the humans every now and then. They're very, very different people. And they look at the rules completely differently to what players, fans and coaches look at the rules. The interpretations on the weekend were taking it to the nth degree, to the absolute limit of where you would even consider giving a penalty for those instances. Neither play deserved a penalty, but they'll justify it because that's the way the rule is written, so that's the way they interpret it. But a referee's interpretation of all sorts of rules, whether it's stripping rules, high tackles, once the referees get hold of the rule book and are allowed to do with it what they like, they look at the game extremely differently to coaches, players and fans. And that's what you'll end up with there. Now, I'm thinking in the dying moments of a grand final whether or not, Phoenix Crossland gets sent to the sin bin. Certainly not.
No.
And whether or not we'd have had that laughable situation of those penalties, which were virtually tit for tat. Once he'd blown one, he blew the other one. Neither of them caused any obstruction whatsoever. And whilst the NRL might support that, they need to go and have a good look at it and say, well, look, we can't be ruining games like that. There wasn't a fan, any person who's ever watched rugby league ever, that ever thought these rulings were correct for the occasion.
I think they might have missed the field goals anyway, the ones that were penalised. But that play there...
But it doesn't matter. Whether they missed or not.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's not like one team can claim they should have won the game. That one there for me was the real weird one. If that's the first 15 minutes of the game, 15 minutes into the match, there's no way he's getting sent to the sin bin. And I just think if you're willing to blow a penalty in the first minute or the 15th minute or the 40th minute, blow it, okay? But if you're not going to blow it in the 15th minute, if you're not going to do that, make that decision in the 15th minute of the match, don't make it right on half time and cost the team being down to 12 men for the next 10 minutes. Luckily for the Newcastle side, it didn't cost them anything. They actually went better when they were down to 12 men. But I thought that was an extremely, extremely tough call. Particularly, they hadn't been that bad, the Newcastle side. Their discipline throughout that entire half wasn't that bad. Also, they'd given 4 or 5 60-goes away in a row and someone was just about to go to the sin bin. I thought it was a hard call.
Do you think the fact that Graham Annesley comes out 24, 48 hours after these incidents, I remember when he first started doing it, a lot of people said this was, refreshing, heap some accountability, but you think it's got to a point now where it's actually damaging the game to go back 48 hours later and have this rehashing? And Adam O'Brien was taking the mickey there about what was going to happen with Graham Annesley. Yeah,
the only people who found it refreshing were media. Like, people in the game, people involved in the game knew what was going to happen with that. And it would just become relentless. And I don't think it's a good look for the game. I think Graham should have to do it. I don't think it does the game any justice. And, they shouldn't be doing it. Simple as that.
Do you think they will scrap it?
What's that?
Going through those decisions.
I would certainly hope so. Yeah. I would certainly hope so. I don't think he should have to do it. And I don't think he should do it.
Well, I don't think it does anything either. At the end of the day, he can't go out and really say the referee's made a wrong decision.
Well, he's done that.
Occasionally he does.
Yeah, but it's got to be an absolute howler. And absolutely. I mean, those ones yesterday, as Gus said, they were absolutely nitpicking. There was no one obstructed. There was no one blocking players running through. Cronulla players got to the Newcastle player with no issue whatsoever. So I just don't think it was a penalty. So for him to have to come out and try and justify it, I just think it's too much. I don't think he should do it.